Trinidad and Tobago. Well, joining us on set at this time, we have Matthew and G, and we're talking a little bit about a hike at CT to transportation technology. Hike with us. Yeah, don't get confused. You can hike anywhere, apparently. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning.
Let's talk a little bit about Hike International Technologies. What is Hike with us?
Sure. So Hike Transportation Technologies, really what we are is a technology company that's seeking to innovate the transportation industry. So our mission and goal is really to try to make it a little bit simpler to get from point A to point B, taking into account safety and many other factors, recognizing that people traveling from point A to point B or taking goods and services from point A to point B is really part of the community. We're really looking to not just provide a solution, but also try to work with as many people as we can to be able to facilitate that, which is tied to our tagline, Hike With Us.
The company is the first time in Trinidad and Tobago. Is this the first time you're here?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Why bring it to Trinidad and Tobago?
I think it's very simple because Trinidad and Tobago wants to become the technology hub of the Caribbean. And therefore, this company is the foundation, if you will, to making sure that the technology enables the riders and the commuters to be able to take this rideshare application, at their fingertips.
So, for example, if you think about the people that visit Trinidad and Tobago, and to Jay's point, not just making it become like the hub or the Silicon Valley of the Caribbean, rather, but also we've heard a few different times that the government would like this to make Trinidad and Tobago be the meeting place. We need to ensure that we have certain, infrastructure in place so that when people from abroad come to Trinidad, or if people are traveling or meeting in certain areas, that they can travel from point A to point B easier.
How is this different to any other transportation or taxi service?
So this is different primarily because, one, we are leveraging existing HCAR licensed registered vehicles. However, the difference is that right now, in order to catch a taxi, if you're not on the main road or a taxi route, you have to go to the main road, or you have to go through the taxiers. The solution that we're providing is working with taxi associations and licensed registered taxi or H-plate vehicles so that they can divert off of the main road and come to you if you signal them that, hey, I'm down this street by using our mobile application.
Security is always a concern, I guess, and we live in a very interesting time in this country. What can you do to assure users that it's going to be 100% safe?
So, we'll definitely see
Tech Thursday is
one of the things is that getting to a point where you are 100% safe means that you're giving something up for that safety, and that comes to the balance between safety versus privacy. So while our platform does have capabilities such as we can enable a feature to be able to track you while you are in a vehicle, we want to first have conversations with the public and, of course, with everyone else in Trinidad and Tobago to ensure that that is really the right approach, that you're comfortable with a company having that type of insights on you. With that being said, the hope is that this will be a lot safer than how you currently take a taxi, primarily because there's lots of areas where H-cars aren't necessarily available because they don't really know where someone needs a taxi. And in that case, a PH vehicle may be available, but at that point, they haven't been certified or registered by Trinidad and Tobago, so you don't really know who you're getting into the vehicle with. And that's one of the things we're trying to help minimize.
Is it simply just an app? And is the app free?
The app is free, so everyone can download the app starting June 5th on the Apple as well as Google Play stores, and it is very simple to use.
Now, your organization is to become HTT brand synonymous with transformation. Transformation begins with the mind. What are you transforming?
So we're transforming two different things. This is tied towards our hiking with a purpose, or tied towards the giving back. What we're looking to do is really become a company that really gets integrated with the community, not just from a, hey, everyone, please use our app perspective, but also from a how can we help make our community better. So there's a few examples where I am originally from San Fernando, but moved to the States and then just came back. And so I've heard comments like, oh, well, the infrastructure here isn't as good as, for example, the United States, if you're talking internet, or if you're talking with regards to services, or even customer service for that matter. And my question is, well, why is that? Why should we settle for that standard? We can be as great as we want to become. And so one of the purposes of Hike is to understand what causes, what are the issues, what are the challenges that we'd like to work towards, and then let's see if we can all come together as a community to help address those issues.
You're also transporting items as well?
Our first solution is not focusing on that. It's really focusing on getting people to get from point A to point B, but future solutions are to explore those things if it's deemed warranted to do so.
No, I know that you're saying you're putting safety first. Safety applies with equal force to individuals, to the family, to the employer, and the nation. What are some of the things that you are putting in place to ensure that you keep with this safety concept?
So one of the things that we're doing is we are making sure that we are vetting the drivers thoroughly, right? So they have a valid driver's license, they have a national identity card, and all the different things that are required to be able to ascertain that they are who they are, as from a technology perspective, but also from a photo identification perspective. So when you book a ride, the passenger actually gets information about who it is that they are going to be picking up, as well as the license plate and any relevant information that they would want to have, about the driver. The same thing is true, so the safety goes both ways, right? So it's not only just the driver, but it's also the passenger. And we have constant communication with our systems internally from point A to point B until the ride is complete. And therefore, they are able to talk to their relatives to say, I'm being picked up from point A, and I'll be there in 30 minutes or an hour. And so the notification process is very in tune. So not only just the rider knows that he or she is taking the ride, but their family members or friends would know, or we have the capability for them to let them know that they are on this ride, and they are going to be from point A to point B, and they'll arrive at a certain time.
As we wrap this interview, what do you want the public to know about this service?
The two biggest things for the public to be aware of is this is something that we want to build with the community or build with Trinidad and Tobago. So although our official launch is June 30th, we're asking everyone to participate in how we build out this platform. So we're providing everyone access to our application on June 5th. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, as well as Instagram. You can find us just by searching for Hike TNT, as well as you can check out our website starting next week, which is www.hiketransport.com. Please give us feedback. We would love to build something with you together, and definitely appreciate your time.
Definitely something to look forward to. We take a short break. When we come back, we're going to tell you about the Mexican Food Festival. Something definitely to end on a very savory note. Thank you.
Thank you.